All right, what's going on, guys? Got another day of futures here. Last, basically, second half of last week, just a straight uptrend. Good to see for buyers. Don't want to go in today long bias after all this, but kind of hard not to be, right? Anyways, all we can do though is once again play our strategy, which is supply and demand. Anything in those levels, react to it and go from there. Can't be biased going into a day. Just got to play what the market gives you. So a couple demand levels we were looking for to start the day. We got a 4 hour down here from, I believe that's Friday morning, and we have a kind of a 15-minute here, almost a market structure. It's not my favorite candle because it didn't rip right away, but we did get a pretty good rip and continuation. So I went ahead and marked it because of the consolidation area. If it does come back down, it should bounce a little bit. But looking for these two demand zones on the supply side, we have a decent amount. It seems like we always do lately. After this big drop, it created a bunch of supply. So we're slowly eating through it, but we got a bit more to go till we get to 4,600. Got this 90-minute right here. Got a little 15-minute here, and a few more small ones. We have a 30, I think, in between here and a 45. I'm sorry, a 30. Backwards. We got a 45 in between here and a 30 right here. So a bunch of small ones all the way until we get to 4,500. Now, this 15-minute, though, is kind of a key zone because, where are we at? Right here. Rejected a couple times. So we need to get over that level to continue our bull run. All right, so starting the day, we got our overnight lows right here, overnight highs, which happened about an hour before the open. I did note this level right here, which was yesterday's high, just to keep an eye on it. You want to keep an eye on important levels, and that is typically one of them, the previous day high. All right. Get VWAP on here, just to be aware of it. All right, so right off the bat, and we were already kind of consolidating through this 90-minute supply zone, so it's weak and may not hold. That definitely came in true. Just buyers ripped it up, and it was kind of a bull trap. I think, like I said, a lot of people had a bias going into today because the last week has been just ripping from 4,100 to 40, upper 4,400, and then bull trap, and they just kind of tumbled down. That's why you don't have a bias. I'm sure a lot of people got stuck up here. They thought it was just going to continue up, and whoops, never mind. So this 90-minute is gone. Came down. Nothing really down here. We were looking for a demand zone a little bit above 4,400. So unless it gets there, we're not. I'm not touching it. At least if you guys are following my strategy, we're not touching it. We did have overnight lows here. Meaning it's not completely weak. If it breaks down overnight lows and just keeps on going, then nothing's going to stop it until it gets a demand zone. Anyways, no zone here. After that bull trap, came back up, consolidated balance here. It kind of looked like it was just going to continue up and maybe rip up, but there was some news. Let me show you on the 1-minute chart. This was that balance area, balance. Zoom out a little bit. News, I think somebody at the Federal Reserve came out and said there might be increasing interest rates a little bit quicker and a little bit more than people are expecting. So that tumbled the market a little bit. Came down. We created a supply zone right here. I'm going to go ahead and mark that. That's a 1 hour. So that shows me if it does, I mean, look at this. I'm sure a lot of people got stuck up here too. So if it does come back and test it, which you can see it didn't, look for weakness, look for a lower high, low buying, anything that shows weakness, then go ahead and short off of it. Um, anyway, so there's the hour supply that it created, tumbled down and broke down intraday low right here, and then broke down overnight lows. Still didn't quite get to our demand zone, but it did bounce over here. It kind of protected the overnight lows here, didn't let it drop too far, and it was a tricky. It looked weak, like it was going to keep on going, but it didn't. That makes me think that it may be creating some sort of demand zone. If retailers think it's going to look weak and it's just not dropping, buyers just keep on propping it up. I'm sure it's the big boys, big institutional buyers, just keep on loading up for the next leg up, which is exactly what happened. Um, but during this, after this rip right here, it did create a 45-minute demand zone. There's a nice little hammer. There's your 45-minute zone. Also a 10-minute here, a little bit. Let me just draw it quickly. And you just kind of bounce. Reject off the 10-minute here. Here's your entry. If you see strength back into the demand zone that it retested, go long here, reject off the 10-minute, long again, and then rip for the rest of the day. I went long right around here and sold at the high of day over here towards the end, and that's all you can do. See you tomorrow.